are you, Miss
Hi,
Evelyn?
I'm fine. How are you guys doing?
We are good. You're looking beautiful.
Thank you so much. And so handsome and beautiful. And then that's our middle name, right?
There it
Yes,
is.
you know. So good to have you on our podcast today, and so good to meet you. Actually, to see you again. I saw you many, many years ago, but you have always been so pleasant and so nice, and you just give everybody that mama
I
love.
feel the energy already.
Look at God. Thank God for you guys. More, give me more. My head.
We are so, again, honored to have you. I mean, you do
Yeah.
everything. You're a minister, you're a life coach, you're this awesome mom to some of the world's most famous siblings.
Yeah, but now we have to add something else. You now have Miss E's beauty line. Tell us about that.
Oh, the eyebrows. Oh, yes. If you, as you get older, your blood does not flow in the body like it should. Let's keep it real. But we came up with the eyebrows because I lost my eyebrows many years ago. So with this eyebrow, it's a serum that if you put it on your eyes every day, the eyebrows will grow. And it's under Miss E eyebrow grow. It is incredible. And I'm telling you, it works.
I love that. I love that. So
Try it.
I want to. Well, I can't try it,
You
but
can
it's good for men too. And listen,
I'm gonna get it for myself too.
Another hint, just in case you guys look so handsome with the beard. And sometimes some men have spots where their beards will not grow. Put that on there.
Okay, Beyonce's about to get me one right when we get off of here. Beyonce's ordering me one.
Absolutely, it will fill in the hair on your face. I promise.
Okay, great. And also, Miss Evelyn Braxton, you are the founder of God Can Heal the Heart. Talk about this organization, which I'm sure a lot of people would be happy to know about.
I started that many years ago when I went through my divorce. I was just in awe. I was just in a fog and what have you. And so praying and what have you, been married for many years. And now all of a sudden I am a divorcee. I didn't know what to do or how to do it because I was married ever since I was 2. And I had Tony when I was 3. So now you know the rest of the story. And so I began to pray, and God gave me this God Can Heal the Heart. It was like my heart was just totally dilapidated, and God gave me a vision. And I ran with that vision because anytime God gives me something, I don't question it. I just do it. And so with God Can Heal the Heart, I work with women and men that are going through a lot and feel like there's no hope. They've lost their power. They've lost their self-esteem and all of that. And so what we do is build them up again, because sometimes when you have gone through a trauma, you're just not the same. I don't care what anyone said. I mean, my self-esteem was so low until it was under the rug. It was under the rug. But with God help, look at me.
Yes,
look
ma'am.
I love it.
God.
Yeah.
I want to
I'm sorry.
No, I want to piggyback off of that. Did you find yourself, or do you still find yourself getting healing as well when you're helping others? Like,
Absolutely, because I've been there, done that, got a t-shirt. I just refuse to wear it. And
that's a word. That's a word.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to do is teach other people, don't wear it. So someone has given you that t-shirt. That doesn't mean you have to put it on your back. Absolutely. Throw that away because that's not yours, because you are a new creation. And you're better.
I didn't know I was coming to get a word today. I caught that. I wasn't ready.
Yes,
there's no one greater than you except God. Okay?
ma'am.
So let's love ourselves and let's let ourselves know that we are important and there's no one, absolutely no one greater than you or I, than God. That is it.
Amen.
And you carry yourself that way.
Mm.
Yes,
Amen.
some days you're going to have low days because that's what you call life.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't stay there. Sometimes you're going to visit the past, but don't stay too long.
Mm,
Come back.
That's
Come back
that's
Mm.
and know who you are and know that your Redeemer lives and know that you have power and strength.
mm,
And
mm.
that's
I
all
receive
it
that.
amounts to.
Receive it all.
I
Thank you
receive
so
that.
much for that. My goodness.
Okay, let me get back to the interview questions. That
Okay. Well, you know,
no,
that's who I am. That's my middle name.
Yes.
Evelyn, bring up the Lord Braxton.
Yeah.
I love it though.
Yeah, we
But
definitely can relate.
we have to talk about this cooking book that you
Oh,
have out.
yeah. Okay.
Cooking with Miss E. It's a book of recipes and family memoirs. Tell us about that.
Well, the book is basically about my mom.
Mm.
You know, she was just such incredible woman and a marvelous cook. So she taught us how to cook. And growing up, that was our legacy in the kitchen, helping mom and family gathering. Because, you know, food brings, believe it or not, food brings love. You know, food brings love because some people can't stop eating it.
Now, what about those of
When
us
you think about it,
who can't cook, Miss E? What about those of us who can't cook? Do you
well,
think
that,
a woman who can't cook, do you think that's a deal breaker in a relationship? I mean, I
no,
definitely need to get your cookbook so I can start getting in the kitchen.
get the cookbook, baby.
Okay.
And guess
Okay.
what? Men are cooking now.
Yeah.
Not
So
this.
it's not just the woman.
Yes. Say that
Come on
again.
now.
Miss E,
Uh,
I have a cooking show, Cooking with Kiki and Ryan, and I can't cook a
look at
doggone
God.
thing. I can't
And
cook, but I'm gonna use your cookbook now.
see, just do what you do, baby. You know, I hear people say to the way to a man's heart is through his
Through his
stomach.
stomach. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a witness to that. Yeah.
Look at her face.
Baby, let me tell you one thing. If he don't love you, you can cook 24 hours a day. It won't matter. How about that? The way to your heart is to understand who you are.
Mm,
And that
another word.
way,
I
you know what I'm
Another
saying?
word.
Stop that.
Talk about some of the recipes that are
Okay,
in
yeah,
the
let's get to
cookbook.
the recipe because you know I'm a
Yes.
life coach. I will pop in with other stuff now, I'll tell you.
I love it though. I'm catching
Anyway.
things.
Yeah, my mom taught us. And in the book, there's all behind each recipe, there's a story to tell. So when you get the book, you will read the story. And I'm not saying, oh, get the book, get the book, get the book. But there's a lot of things in the book that you can grow by and grow from. Now, there's a recipe in the book, the biscuits, that my grandmother taught me how to make biscuits. But because my grandmother, and I'm not putting her down, I'm just telling you what had happened. Because my grandmother, I don't think she understood how to love. And a lot of people are like that. You know, your environment have a lot to do with who you are. So grandma was making biscuits and she was showing me how to make biscuits. And when the biscuits got done, she said, and you better eat it too. She didn't like me because I looked like my dad. And I had no control over that. So I wrote about that. So people can stop blaming their children, you know, because they look a certain way, because you're angry with the husband or you're angry with the wife. So now you don't like your child and your dog and your child because they have 50-50 of each one of you, you know. So that's also in the book, you know. And I also talk about grandparents loving their grandchildren and being there for their grandchildren, because a lot of time parents just can't cut it.
Mhm.
It is what it is. Then there's another recipe in the book, blackberry dumplings. My mom used to make blackberry dumplings.
Blackberry dumplings.
You guys should try it.
That
It
sounds
is
good.
incredible. So the book have everything you need. Now, even if you're diabetic, it have diabetic meals in here, squash casserole and eggplant casserole.
That
So it's
sounds like
not,
good.
Yum.
yeah, it's not just a book of fried chicken, mustard fried chicken, or chocolate
Sweet
cake,
potato.
or this or that, but it's a book with everything that I feel that you can use.
Yeah.
And that's who I am. Use it, for God's sake. The
Yeah.
muffins, the biscuits, and just having that family together.
Absolutely.
It took me 10 years to get this thing together,
Wow.
because I wanted to make sure that it represented my mom
Yes.
Mhm.
and who she was, and my dad too. But my dad was a preacher. He was gone most of the time. You know how those preachers are there on the street. But anyway, to make a long story short.
Now, Miss, now,
The preacher's always in the street.
but she ain't lying though.
No, she's not.
Now, Miss Evelyn,
Yes.
I know with my family, with my grandmas, my mom, there are certain meals that when we go to their house for the holidays, we want them to make. With the holidays coming around, what are some of the dishes that when your family gets around, they are looking forward to you making?
Well, I am going to make freedom pie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every year around this time and Christmas, I bake the freedom pie because of my granddaddy. My granddaddy, and it's a long story, so I'm just going to cut it short. My granddaddy lifted this pie up after grandma made the pie and said that he will rather go and die, this is how he said it, rather than to see his children and their children back under bondage. So
Wow.
I make that. And if you come visit me, you have to eat a slither of that pie
Wow.
to represent my forefathers. So I will have that. I probably will have turkey, probably will have collard greens, probably will have mashed potatoes, and chitlins.
Now, I am from South Carolina. Hartsville,
Something about you.
Greenville, South Carolina.
Uh-huh.
I can't get with chitlins.
Don't worry about it, baby. Your forefathers ate enough of them. You'll be all right.
And I have to admit, I had them as a child, but we would put Tabasco sauce on them. And then when I got grown, I realized what chitterlings really were.
Not
I was like,
chitlins.
never again, never again.
Well,
But in your book, you mentioned there's something about porcupine meatballs.
porcupine meatballs.
Please
I was
explain.
going to bring that up. Thank you.
Explain.
Porcupine meatballs is made from rice,
Okay.
ground beef, and it is in the book. Here's what happened. My mom she threw away nothing. So when we would have rice and it was leftover rice, she would take that rice, put it in the refrigerator until it built up, and it was leftover rice. So then she would make porcupine meatballs, which you can either do it with ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken. Okay, and you put all of that in together, put all your ingredients in it, drop it in a casserole dish with tomato sauce, throw it in the oven. Girl, make you slap somebody. Take it out for about 45 minutes. You just roll them, drop them, put little cheese, sprinkle a little cheese on it. I'm trying to tell you. Now, that will help you to keep your man.
Oh!
Let me get that recipe real
We gotta
quick.
get that
I
from
gotta
me.
spell it real quick. Okay.
No.
I'm just kidding
Easy
around.
enough. It sounds easy.
To put enough cheese on it, though.
I'm excited to get this book because I believe if you're gonna be a cook, you gotta cook with love.
Yeah.
And since you came on, I have felt your spirit and your love through this camera.
Yes.
So I want to get the book because I trust that what you're saying is going to be cooked with love.
Yeah, and not only that, I want to get the book because I need to learn how to cook, number one. Number
Yeah,
two, I am very intrigued by the stories behind the
yeah,
recipes. So
yeah,
I cannot wait to get a copy
Oh
of
gosh,
this
absolutely.
thank
book.
you. I
Amazing.
thank you. I can't wait until you guys get the book. And thank you so much for having me. I do appreciate it. And you understand with 6 kids, I better know how to do something for God's sake, because I was just popping them out like popcorn. And they had to eat.
Yes, ma'am.
Not popcorn.
Yes, ma'am.
It's
Well,
6 of
Miss
it was
E,
6 of them.
we are so again honored to
Yes,
have you on with us. You are such a delight. You are just an
I love
amazing
it.
woman. And like honestly, you feel like my mom, who I lost my mom just about 3 months ago. And
Yeah,
then Ryan lost his grandma recently.
yeah,
And we know about your special loss of your daughter as well. So we have that connection. And
yeah,
again, I just
Mhm.
want to thank you for your time. We are gonna go out and get the book.
yeah.
By the time I talk to you next time, Miss E, I am going to be a cook.
Look
Yes,
at God, girl. I'm proud of you already.
yes.
God,
Ryan.
he got a lot more work to do before that.
Well, listen, if you need me, I'm just a phone call away, for God's sakes.
Yes,
We gonna
ma'am.
call you.
Yes,
All right.
Please have a
ma'am.
wonderful holidays and thank you
Thank
for talking
you.
about it. And guys, if you're looking for good Christmas gifts or
Yeah.
whatever, the book, her beauty line, the eyebrows, I'm getting it for the beard. Check it
Yes.
all out.
Yes. And Miss Braxton, how can people reach you for more information about everything that you're doing?
Oh, EvelynBraxton.com. I'm real easy.
I love it.
Okay,
I
I
love
great.
mean, not that easy, but I'm easy.
it. Guys, this is a new episode of the We'll Just Agree to Disagree
I
podcast.
love you guys.
We
Love you.
love you too.
Thank you so much. Bye, Beyonce. Bye,
Happy
Ryan.
Thank
holidays.
you so
Happy
much.
holidays. Bye, baby.
Bye.
Bye bye.